Hi. The first thing that I do in the morning is my kitty cat. She likes to play with everything, like the blinds. I feed her treats because that's the only thing that gets her still again. And at night, wine, and I'll wash my dishes.
First thing I do in the morning is yoga. That's usually how I start my day. I like to, not always. Of course I miss a day or two here and there. Coffee can be first sometimes, like screw the yoga, I'm going for the coffee. What I do at night is have a glass of wine and wind down. Some good conversation with a friend.
All right. We'll do some of that later on.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
You're the friend.
All right. What would we find in your refrigerator right now?
Pickles.
Pickles.
We just had that talk.
Really?
No doubt.
Always.
Some kind of beans. I love beans. Bad beans, yeah. Which I don't think there is a bad bean.
Before you leave.
We bean bad before.
It's bad, like good, like bad.
Like bad as in like bad.
Like killer.
Like Michael Jackson, you know we're bad. Like that bad?
Right.
We're a fan. Bad bean. Before you leave, we'll check out bad bean. All right. So next group of questions. These are questions that make you think. Oh boy. What's the best gift you've ever been given?
I was adopted.
Great.
So yeah, that route was pretty. I mean, I lucked up.
Some beans. Magic beans. I tell you what, I have two of them. The guitar that I play was a gift, and that van that we're driving was a gift. So, two of the biggest things that go into being a musician and being here to play for y'all tonight were gifted to me.
All right, next question. What's your favorite year in music?
Now, I'm serious. I don't like what I'm. Here's the truth. My Jeep radio doesn't work. He super glued it for me. Now it's broken. I can't put music in. I can't listen to anything. So I never listen to music, like what's happening in the world. But I know that my friends and what I create is really good. I'm very lucky for it. For my heart, as in like heart, not like, oh, it's really good, but like really good for me. In the way that it saved my life, for sure.
I was going to say shush. I was going to say now. See?
Really?
Yeah.
Again?
Uh-huh.
We do it
At least once. Now, currently is always my favorite in music, because, of course, we love what's happened, and I'm curious to see where it's going to go, but whatever the current situation is always my favorite time in music, because it's happening right now.
Right. So next round of questions are really about you two and the music business. So how'd you two meet?
Oh.
Nikki used to work at a little Mexican restaurant.
Beans.
They had beans there. We met over beans. And
He walked in with a white blazer on, y'all. He had a white blazer on, like Miami Vice. I was like, who is this guy? I have got to know him, and we haven't really missed a beat since. I think I convinced you to walk with me home to my little garage apartment where I asked him to play the only song that I knew that I knew of his. I recorded him, and he let me do it, and I sing on it horribly. Like, don't know the words. I've had too much to drink probably, but I'm just like ruining everything that I want in this like capture moment. He still has the white blazer though.
Only because of sentimental value.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how we met. I'll tell you what that question always brings to my mind, and there's a song that goes with this later in the evening, but when we really met, in my eyes, was the first night that I took her on the road with us, and she was selling merchandise for us. I didn't even really know that you were into singing and into writing lyrics, and the first night of the tour we were in the Ozarks of Missouri, and we both ended up down at this dock by Lake of the Ozarks at the same time, and we sat on this dock and just had one of those kind of conversations that you have with somebody that you immediately know that this is going to be somebody that I care about and love for the rest of my life. We shared everything that was important to us in about 3 hours. And I knew then it was meant to be. We wrote our first song the next day. And that song you'll hear in just a little.
Yes.
What's the worst advice you've ever heard someone give about getting into the music business?
To get a real job? Like people that don't believe in chasing your dreams just because they didn't chase theirs. They might be a little angry at themselves that they reflect that on. They reflect that onto other people. I was raised in a household that really fostered going after what you want in life and never turning your back on it. And I was lucky to have that. So that's what I try to tell people and to inspire is to, if you got something that's nagging at you to chase it down and catch it, then you should be running after it full steam ahead. So anybody that goes against that, I would say, is the worst of it.
For me, really quickly, oh, well, there's not enough money in it. Who cares about the money? Like, at the end of the day, yes, it's important. You find ways to, like, keep your head above water, but chasing something for that whole little money reason, like, does not have any heart in it of, like, passion and want and needing, and that can, I think that's that because it could steer people and lead people astray. To not do it or to do it for every wrong reason. It's all about this, I think. That's all.
Thank you. All right, so my last question is the same question I ask everybody, the last question I always ask. And it's, what is the one thing you want to do with the time you have left on this earth?
You start.
The one thing I get
Another two?
Can I have two?
Sure,
We were talking about final exams last night. Final exam. What does that mean?
I want to, I mean, we travel a lot, but I just never get enough of traveling and seeing the whole globe, the whole circle, everything that's here. I love experiencing culture and meeting new people and singing songs together. So I think that all comes with traveling. And never stop. Continue to see what this world has to offer until I don't have a breath left.
Can you repeat the question one more time? I need to get it in again.
One thing.
What is the one thing you want to do with the time you have left on this earth?
Change myself a little bit more, like in the way that I think, in the way that my attitude even, like sometimes about certain things, it's like all about being a better person, and I'm 33 years old, and that's not old or young. I'm not saying anything, but there are lots of things that have led me here today in the way that I act and do every day. And there are so many things that I could do better that could allow other people to see me better or to go out there in the world and want to be better. So that.
Awesome. Please welcome to the stage,
Oh my God. Goosebumps.
Ink and Ash.